All the other kids with their jump pump sitch better run faster than my jump pump sitch. Hello. It's gunja time. Everything looks good. All things are lit and all things are alighted. We got a good run ahead of us. I hope. I watched about an episode and a half of the show The Expanse at this point. I finished the first episode. It went exactly where I predicted it was going to go, which is disappointing, but the onus is on me for spending my time trying to predict where an episode can go instead of just enjoying it. There's something weird about watching a TV show and being like, this is what I think is going to happen based on my history with television. And then it happens and you're like, man, fuck this show. It's doing exactly what I expected it to do. I guess I'm not really like, fuck this show as much as I'm like, I don't know. I guess I am kind of like that. It's kind of stupid and short-sighted to have to set myself up with a situation where the only real thing is, I guess I could have been pleasantly surprised, but like it's highly likely that I'm preparing my own disappointment, you know? And that's dumb. So you shouldn't do what I did for the first episode of The Expanse. However, I am liking it on average, which is good because, you know, me and TV are not the closest of friends. It's nice to just, dang, that sucks, to at least moderately appreciate the new thing, even if it doesn't guarantee that I'm gonna love every moment of it. It's just nice. The science seems to be like, I'm not a scientist or anything like that. I try to read about scientific things a lot of the times, but it seems like it's being mostly accurate. Of course, you could nitpick down to the shot-by-shot thing. There's one part where some things were floating and some things not strapped down were not floating in a zero-G shot. But for the most part, they keep the stuff pretty industrial looking. And they do a pretty good job with it. The idea... Hey, what? Julius? That's not me. You got me confused with somebody else. But hello, Andron. How are you? We need to shoot a bullet so I can pick up that. Growing up, I had a close friend named Julius. I cannot remember his last name. Nope, I just remembered it. I'm not going to say it, though. No, that wasn't his last name. That was... Interesting. Maybe my old memory's slipping away from me. Alright, so this is an incredible start. I didn't think you had the game pack, or the fighter pack 1. Did you? Is she/he in any way different? I mean, I know that everybody's like, oh, it's a waste of a slot, blah, 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 blah. It's another Fire Emblem character. If the character plays differently, who cares? I guess is my main thing. Alright, we're going to go down to 1. Oh, nice. Well, that's fucking awesome. I would like to get back into Smash Brothers, but I've been enjoying Isaac a lot. And I've been working out 3 to 4 times a week. And it's really hard to, This is making me a little nervous. Oh, she's more of a campy kind of gadget character. That's interesting. I feel like they were going in that direction with Robin, I guess. It was so weird when they announced Robin, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Robin?" I didn't realize that the protagonist had a name, because I always automatically picked a name. Ooh, God, my back is a fucking nightmare. This is one of the most incredible first floors ever. The only way it could have been better is actually if I got, like, more health across the floor or something. Like, that's a fucking good one. A Buster Sword taped to a Master Sword slash... what? So it's like a very long range physical attack? I'll have to watch some gameplay. I'll probably end up playing a little bit of the character. Do I want to do 2 more? I think I want to do 2 more. That's cool. I think I'm going to hold off on getting Fighter Pass 2 because I don't play the game a ton, but I mean, I'm probably going to get it. It's the only DLC that I take part of, basically. The only paid DLC, I guess. Crueler Glaive is going to be really good early on. It's actually pretty high damage for a homing weapon. Well, isn't that true for most big boys? Does she have a lot of big smash attacks? Because I feel like most big characters, they either can take a ton of damage, like Bowser, or they can deal out. They can knock people so far. Dude, that's such a good item. Ring of Ethereal Form would be great, but we're sticking with the lead skin. It's just one of my favorite items in the game. It'd be incredible if we got another run where we got a ton of coolness with lead skin. This is still too fucking loud. Alright. That's too quiet, but whatever. But yeah, I think I was talking about The Expanse. I like the way the show feels. I don't like the way the actors... Like, okay, so it's hard to say this the right way. I don't like the way the actors look. They look like underwear models. They're supposed to be like rough and tumble spacers. Or I think they're called belters on this one. Neither Earth nor Mars. They're kind of a third party. The terrestrial planets are... That's funny. It kind of feels like, there's a three-way argument, but the terrestrial planets kind of work together because they have resources that the spaceborne people, the Belters, lack, such as air and water. But the Belters are essentially indentured servants because they have the resources of material, of minerals from the asteroid belt that are very valuable on the planets to allow these like big scale construction. I'm sure that you're going to find people that figure out a way to play with her. It's the same with every new character. Everyone thought, if I'm remembering correctly, everyone thought, like, Joker was pretty cheesy initially, and then that changed. I don't remember. I actually haven't been paying nearly enough attention to know how all the characters have changed up. I just kind of expect that newly released characters in Smash Brothers are going to... They're going to go through some paradigm shifts. They're going to go through some phase transitions. Man, that's a good time for a key. That's all it breaks down to. They didn't give you the character you wanted, so the game's bad, and Sakurai's bad for making the game the way he made it. Everybody knows Sakurai bad. Everybody knows that. Okay. I'm gonna start dodging. Tight corners there, little buddy. Little buddy. I wonder if I should just use both of my shotguns right now. God, why are there only 4 shots on that shotgun? That's so freaking terrible. I don't know, I really like the way that... I guess the way that Smash Brothers Ultimate has turned out. It's kind of a game that gives you so much to work with. And if there's a character that ends up not being a character that you like, it doesn't super matter because you got a million fucking characters to choose from, you know? There can't be a waste of a slot in a game where if you don't like a character, you have so many opportunities to replace them with someone you do like. I just realized I left my fucking water in the kitchen like a dummy. This is probably not the ideal weapon to be using. But I don't think any of my weapons are that good right now. I'm not saying it's immune to criticism. I'm saying that because it's not what you want is not reason to act like it's worthless. As long as it offers something new, something different at all, it's not worthless. It's just different. You can criticize it, but people acting like it's a terrible travesty that they didn't get the thing, or if it represents a series that's overrepresented or whatever, it kind of is beside the point. The point being that the game offers an unparalleled and unmatched amount of variety of gameplay styles, and it's really kind of nitpicking in this point to say that, like, because nothing is not spoken for in some way. People complain that who cares what it like? I guess for me, the whole thing of representing certain game franchises is something that the complaint should stop about, because it doesn't matter. It's a skin. Like, but okay, I guess the point of it is, like, if there's a character that functions the same way and looks like a Fire Emblem character, or functions the same way and looks like a Metal Gear Solid character or something like that, why is it upsetting? Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking... Okay, I had to use this. That a character from a certain game franchise makes the difference. It should be about gameplay style, about providing options for people to play different ways, not... Like, that to me has always... Like, I don't like Mario because he's from Mario games. I don't like... I don't know. I don't like Lucas because he's from Earthbound. I'd never even played the Earthbound game that has Lucas as a character. I like those characters because of the way that they feel, the way that they function. Representing certain franchises is just a literal skin on top of a series of movements. Like, and that's why it doesn't matter. That's why I think it's beside the point. DDD and Kirby could be some other fat floaty character from another game, and like one of the eyeball guys from Kid Icarus or whatever, and they would still be the same move sets, which is all that really should matter in a fighting game, not this guy looks like Fire Emblem or this guy looks like Kirby's Dream Land. I guess is my takeaway from it. By playing a character, you're not showing your support for a game franchise, you're showing your support for a moveset. Guess we'll go back to this. And I do in general feel like fandom has led to a bit of an over-entitlement, and people think that the thing that they like or wish was represented, it must be represented because that's the only fair thing to do. But it's not a bias. It's like there are a million internal decisions as to why a certain character comes into the game, and we don't see most of them. There are financial reasons, there are licensing reasons, there are things like that that actually make more sense for them to include certain characters every other. Okay. If that's how you feel about it, there's no changing that, but it's just think of it as, man, the whole thing is a fucking ad. That's something I will never understand, how, oh my god, how people can feel like this isn't Nintendo saying, look at Nintendo, and, you know, some of these other characters are great for not being Nintendo characters, but there were, like, people complaining like crazy about it being, like, people from all kinds of different games. There's complaints and displeasure with every decision made in a situation like this because people feel really invested, and that's why I think that fandom in general is toxic and problematic, because people think if other things are represented or other things are overrepresented, it somehow negates the representation they've already gotten. But it doesn't. You still have your Kirby characters, you still have your other things. Those aren't removed by adding more characters. They're not in any way diminished. There's not a maximum amount that should matter. It's not about the percentage. If there are 6 Kirby characters or 8 Mario characters or, you know, 4 Pokemon or whatever, like, it doesn't take away from the number of Earthbound characters or whatever. It doesn't decrease that number. It's not a loss because something else was added. And I do think that the sense of, like, the thing that I want to be represented is not being represented enough, and therefore it is unfair and biased, is just kind of like, it's fandom being fandom, thinking that they are owed something. But fans aren't owed things. Fans just feel ownership and start to feel like they're owed things, you know? If companies listen to fans, they would be in the same shithouse they're in when they don't, because because fans can't agree on what they want. They get excited when there's a Banjo-Kazooie character added, but they get disappointed when there's somebody from the Persona series or somebody from the Fatal Fury series or whatever. But some people love that, and you cannot please them all. So it's better to just make your decisions internally and then let people either be happy or dishappy, because you can't change. Oh my God. You can't change everything for the better. You can't please everyone every time. That might have been a mistake, but I think we're still doing all right. I'm very happy with the decisions made thus far. If you've ever been like in an office meeting or like a manager's meeting at a workplace or something like that, and you've tried to figure out a way to satisfy everyone's needs, you'll realize that sometimes you just do what makes the most sense financially, and you cannot pick through the Who cares? Like still, it doesn't diminish the other characters that are already in the game. If they put an 8th Fire Emblem character, the number of Kirby characters remains the same. It doesn't need to have a 6th Kirby character to even it out. It's not about being even. The representation of those, I don't know, 4 Kirby characters or 3 Kirby characters or whatever is still there and still present. It's not about how much of the board those characters take up. It's about them wanting to try something and just going for it instead of trying to appease everybody. Like, the act of trying to appease everybody is just, oh, that's so good, is just going to get you in trouble 100% of the time. Because it's like, I was talking to Nate about the Star Wars movies and nostalgia blindness and stuff during lunch today, and you know, we got into this discussion about why it seems like you can't please anybody when you're doing remakes or prequels or like late stage sequels. Like Matrix 4 was one example that's coming out 20 years after, or 18 years after the last mainline Matrix movie came out. Like, there are going to be people like, this isn't as good as the other ones, why did it even exist? And of course there are. It's impossible to please everyone, so you don't engage with the fandom. It's a losing battle. Sometimes you have to, you do as much fan favoritism as you can, and then you just have to make a decision for the other reasons that decisions are made. Even if they are advertising, even if they are, this new game came out and DLC's following it, you have to sometimes back up and let those be the reasons that you make your decisions, because just doing the fan favorite stuff all the time is going to have as many people disappointed as it's going to have people satisfied. You cannot win in every instance for every person, so you have to play a game of like, what's the word? Sunk cost. In a situation like this. Like, if you put all this time into a character like Banjo-Kazooie and then no one ever uses it because the moveset's, underwhelming, does it matter that you did something that the fans wanted because the character never gets used and is considered trash? I'm not saying that he is, but what I'm saying is, like, you really have to weigh where the value lies. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to just, like, pander. What's up?
Talking about panders?
My favorite animal. I'm like, oh, Panda Bear, come over here. Ooh, Pander Boo. Come over, shoo. That's what I was doing. Do, 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 do. No, I'm not. Take that back. What are you gonna do? Thanks for trying to poison me with meat, by the way. Twice this week. Meat poisoning. At Airsoft. I think I just told you. No. Just people have been attempting to have meat coffee. You had meat coffee.
I'm so glad you liked that so much.
Wait, this is a secret, right? No?
The meat coffee thing?
No.
Public knowledge.
I don't think that anybody, like, believes that certain, you know, when they're making a new character that I think Sakurai said something about this at one point, like, when they're designing a new character, part of it is about giving the fans what they want. And I think they did an incredible job bringing in a bunch of weird, unexpected stuff. Piranha Plant, Joker, Terry, Piranha Plant, Joker, Terry, Banjo. Those are huge for the fan characters that are extremely, like, focusing on that, like, giving the fans something. And then they do one thing that isn't that, and everyone's shitting themselves because they're not getting perfectly exactly what they want every single time. It's like, it's if you get 80% of interesting fan-focused content, and then you get one thing that isn't, and the complaints are as if the game is like a dumpster fire for including another Fire Emblem character, it's just not worth the fucking effort of trying to pander to those same people. Like, why should you care what they fucking want if you're going to do something different or unexpected or out of a different direction, and then basically they're going to say, screw this. Like, why are those the people that you're trying to spend so much time satisfying? What would better be in a situation like that? Oops, I thought I used my thing. Like, what would be defined as better in your opinion? Like a character from a franchise that has fewer members in the current game? Is that an actual better character, or is a better character a better designed character? A more interesting and different design of play? Like, because to me, it feels like better should be the second thing, but to fans, it feels like better should be pandery first, and then the character comes later. What? But they are still getting all that stuff. That's what I don't get. You're still getting the weird and the different and the representations from franchises they long thought would no longer be represented in the games. You're still getting that. You're just not exclusively getting that. Like that's what I don't understand about it. Is the good and different and the fan loved stuff is still being put into the game. It's not being diminished. Just a character from a certain game franchise doesn't take away all the weird and wacky and wild and fan favorite stuff that they have done with it. Oh man. Well, I think that expecting a company to only do perfectly great things at all times is, again, one of the problems of fandom that's like so rampant right now. I think that 80% is a fucking phenomenal rate of like surprising and interesting characters. Alright, so we're gonna get the little bomber and use that for secrets. Right? Well, we'll wait. We don't need it right now. Oh wait, that was a Fok because we had... I mean, we have 4 blanks on each floor plus the full metal jacket, so we should be getting, hopefully, lead gods all around. There is always the chance that I get hit 4 times on the way to the boss. What if that character plays like shit? Are you still just happy because... I guess that's my main thing. Like, if they put Isaac from Golden Sun in the game and he was absolute garbage, unfun to play, would you be happy because Isaac from Golden Sun is in the game? Or would there be a new way for them to have disappointed you? Like... Is Jackie listening to mariachi? Dude, I fucking hate the evil idol so much. Oh, I didn't buy that gun yet. Oh, she's watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. Duh. Dang it, bouncy bullets are making this hard. There we go. Do 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 do. We will be selling this at some point. Oh no. Oh wait, I do have a key for that now. Okay. I just think that like people need to pull themselves away from the fandom aspects and the kind of sense of like what I need, what I want is what's important, because that's not the way that things are designed. Like it would be impossible to design things based off the desires of the few. You couldn't make a game that worked if you were just polling what people wanted and picking the top one. If there was something that was constantly in second and never got in the game, people would also be as unhappy about it. Like, let me try you doing this stupid gun. You have to get a kill with it, right? I don't know how to use that gun. Sure. These guns are real shit right now. I think I would like people to be on the creation side of things more often. Like, and to see what it's like to have ravenous, controlling fan base that thinks that they know what's best for the game, and that their desires are like the best way to design a thing. It's like, I don't think many people could put up with the stress of it. And that's not to say that, you know, you shouldn't have an opinion if the game isn't designed the way you want it to be. But like, I've been watching, things are kind of like falling apart. Fandom is taking over decision making for major things, and you know, I brought this up a little bit earlier, but like, that's what happened with the Star Wars trilogy. You can tell that it swallowed its own tail trying to appease everyone. Like, the movie feels like it was hollowed out, but from the outside. Like, okay, later, dude. And it's, you know, it's people feeling that their ownership of the property is how it should be, and then seeing the results is this chaotic, inconsistent kind of mess, and then being like, well, the company should have had a better vision from the start. Even if they did, they adjusted it to meet the fans' demands, and it's like, then you get the chaotic mess that results. But people don't want to look at it honestly. They want to blame everyone else, because that's the way it goes. The thing I wanted to be great wasn't great, and it's somebody else's fault. And if they had just listened to me, it would have been great. But when they did listen to him, it was still shit. Like, or if it was sometimes shit because they listened. Dude, I need like a fucking few good or like decent guns. This run has like an incredible amount of potential. Oh god, that was lucky. But it's only got potential right now. I'm like 100% sure that Andron left because I was disagreeing with him, and that's fine. I'm sure it's not always pleasant to be discussing certain things certain ways, but like, man, I kind of get like, okay, let's do it. Ooh, the ability to steal. Okay. It always feels, it feels similarly to me with things that people are fans of. And I'm probably responsible for doing the same at certain points in my life too. Like, I've definitely, all right, so that's at 6. Secret room there with an extra key. I'll buy this key. We got a bunch of stuff to sell because we have a bunch of guns that aren't worth a goddamn. But I remember, like, I was really disappointed with the way they were pushing the whole key interaction in Gungeon, and I raised a stink about it, and I was probably annoying as fuck, thinking that I knew what was best for the game that other people put together, and it's shitty. Like, I think back on that sometimes, and I'm like, man, I should have just, you know, it's their game, they should run it. I don't have any ownership of it. I gave them $15 fucking. I'm not a key holder in the company. Like, I don't know. Well, that's how it goes with fandom these days. It's like, ooh, fuck yeah. Magic Suite's incredible. As perceived ownership. I have so many guns that I'm willing to sell. There's 2 keys in there? No, 1 key to blank. One key and a blank. Oh my god. Super yuck. So let's do this. Bloodskin synergy? Oh. That's not really anything worth noting. Ugh. This sinus pressure would go away. So let's see. We'll get rid of this. This. I'm going to get rid of this, even though it's like my only boss weapon right now. This brings curse down to 10. Or to 1. I guess let's go. Well, it's weird that the shadow of that shows up. I guess we'll keep that. I don't really know what to use as our second weapon. The one shot from that in the background is not really going to do anything. Oh, God. I could use the cold 45, and I very much may. I very likely shall. It's going to save it for a little bit. Dude, we haven't gotten a lot of ammo this turn. This run. That one shot. Oh, it gets a double one if you do it right. I wonder if it depends on which other weapon you're holding. How many it shoots. Because I swear that shot out all like a bunch of shots before. You do. Oh, fucking hell, man. We're gonna dump all of our money at the end of this floor into that. I totally forgot about table tech blanks on this one too, so that's kind of on me. I guess let's actually get a charge on the thing, and we'll use the alien engine in there. Oh God, excuse me. I wonder if this thing is reloading faster for some reason. The elephant gun usually seems like it takes longer to reload. This is not a good room for you guys. How many fucking tables you put in here? Eee. Ooh. Dang. It's one of my 6 blanks. Don't even know what to give this ammo to. Oh, we got our blank back too. Didn't get a treasure chest on that one. That's a little strange. We will get that. We will buy this. And then we're gonna give a lot to the gun gods guy. Wow. I thought for sure I would have gotten hit there. There we go. There we go, 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 go. I like just don't have a good boss weapon. It's really bad. What? What's this? I think I should get the shotgun. Wait. Which one do I want more? No, I'll get the wings and steel shotgun. Yeah, duh. So that's 2.5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we're at 4.5. Let's go ahead and do this a bit. I'm not. Let's find some more stuff we're gonna. Ooh, evil idol. Forgot I had that. Okay. That. I can just drop both of these. I don't care about this synergy. D 60 is all we can do. I'd have to get to 70 to do another one. Which maybe we could get to 70. But maybe not. Let's just do this. If you get one ability to steal, you're going to get another ability to steal. It's guaranteed. All right, that was an incredible floor. Oh man. And from the first floor on, it's been some good fucking shit. That was kind of cool how those got like grouped still. You guys really don't want to be in the same room as tables. It's a rough place to be born these days. Man, I wonder what it's like to be a comedian when, Dave Chappelle was recently awarded the Mark Twain Award for Storytelling. Which, I mean, I totally understand why comedians are considered for that, because they are incredible storytellers. But, like, it's kind of strange, you know, to think about, like, oh shit, I can get rid of all of my curse and then maybe get some back. We'll have to wait and see, actually, on the curse thing. Let's see how much it is. I should have just stolen that. I could have held on to the finish gun. Let's wait. But yeah. We'll get rid of curse. If we're just sitting on money at the end. And we will... Dude, I don't even know what to... I don't even know what to fucking use. Oops. Like, I want this gun for bullet hell, but it's so probably good here. Better than a lot of what I have to offer here, at least. I wish that actually worked the way it should. And that dodge roll is fast. You know what it's actually weirdest about it? It's how soon you regain control after the dodge roll. That feels like too much. I'm gonna say Lead God. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I feel comfortable, I think, using this now, since if we do find a secret room, we got the thing. And we're not going to get pushed into a pit or anything like that. You know what? Let's refill this one. Nope. Dang. Whoop. Well, probably didn't need to buy that other key. I'm gonna wait. If there's a key shop, there's still stuff I think I'd like to think about. Get out of that corner, dude. Where the fuck did that guy come from? totally didn't need to buy any of those keys. Yikes. Make sure everybody's out and do that. Oh, fuck. I don't even know what to fill up. It's a good problem to have. But Lord, that's happened a number of times this run. This is a gun muncher. It's a bummer. This is the last chance for it to be something cool, but it's a freaking gun muncher. Oh. I'm so upset. Oh wait, I'm not upset at all. Okay, so here's what we do. We just steal it and then we get rid of the curse. Oh my fucking God, this run. I mean, that doesn't do anything for or against it, but Jesus Christ. Well, I could steal something if I wanted to, but I don't care to. The blank isn't going to do anything. How's it going, Roddy? How things? How things? And the last little bit of the last floor, we just got Gundramina Strain and Medal of Valor. Yeah, so my curse thing, actually it's at 0. This stupid curse thing, I have to do it as a fraction over 10. It's a work in progress, yeah. Jackie's been going at it from different directions, different days. Some days she really likes the fade. Sometimes it's all about just being like a little pillbox hat. I'm just riding. I'm along for the ride. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I think she does a great job. For me, it's just like, it's pure ornamentation. I don't really have any, I don't place any value on the appearance of my hair because I've gone without it for so long. Without hair, that is. That it doesn't really super make much of a difference to me. But, I've been liking this experimentation that's been going on. Dude, my head is throbbing. A real throb low right now. Throb zombie. Oops, walked into that guy. Oh, I also have Full Metal Jacket. And like a bunch of different amulets. Including Lodestone. Or including Gold Amulet, and I have Table Tech Blanks. So this is kind of like a walk as opposed to a run at this point. Yeah, right. It started off a little iffy, but it very quickly became a stroll. I'm thinking of playing some Hades after this. You guys want to do anything besides just hanging out inside of each other there? Spawn. Spawn, damn it. Oh, I also put about... I got up to 60, so I put 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. I put 5 charges into the YV shrine also. So this game, this run has a lot of legs. It is spider-esque. This run is the anti-snake. These nuts. What? Oh, Hades. I get it. So like, what is he talking about? What? Did I walk into something? Dang, that's one of my blanks. Should be at least a little bit careful. Like, hey, these nuts. Why are you bringing up your nuts all of a sudden out of nowhere? I still don't have really good boss weapons. That's kind of a bummer. Nice. I would like to watch, I think, a full playthrough of that game. That's not a game that I would play. That's a game I would probably have on. Not because I think the game's bad or anything, just because it doesn't feel like something I could see myself really enjoying to the full extent if I was playing it, if I was fully focused on it. But, you said Kingdom of Loathing. Oh, did I say West of Loathing? Sorry. I think I kind of get them confused. I wonder how much damage that did. That did a tremendous amount of damage. Holy fuck. Oops. Yeah, they always do that in that fight. If you have Guanstones, it takes them a while to come in from that from the direction. So they kind of form a protective barrier, honestly, on the left-hand side. You can't really stay on one side or the other though, so it's only useful in idea. But that happens a lot in Phase 2. It's actually frustrating because all of your familiars, besides certain ones, if there are certain ones that don't follow you, they're fine, like the Space Turtle, the Payday Mask guys, things like that. But any, like the Space Friend, the ship that follows you, the Owl, they all are extremely delayed. Oh, so what is that? 283. We're almost at 301. We could lose that in a heartbeat. I could be a man and start playing as a robot, but I won't. I'll stay a little boy. Huh.